Morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel, and we are up to tier 7. Yes, we've seen tier 5, we've seen tier 6, and now we are up to tier 7, the strongest tank in tier 7. Now, this was actually a difficult one. This really was a difficult one. There are so many tier 7s that I could have added in this list. Now, I had to go for the Smasher. I have to. There are so many tier 7s. The one very, very close to the Smasher, in my opinion, was actually the T29. I think the T29 is super, super strong, but it's the Smasher. The Smasher with the gun that this tank has got. I couldn't add anything else. It had to be the Smasher. It's mega broke. It's always been broke. People don't really talk about it as much now. I think people have got bored of the Smasher. It's not changed. It can still do all the things that a Smasher can do. Now, it does actually have some armor. The hull, yeah, you can't really bounce too much on the hull, but the turret, you can actually bounce things off with 150 millimeters. But of course, the Smasher is all about the gun. It's a KV2. It's like a KV2 on acid. 2,356 DPM. It's a 16.3 second reload. The penetration on the AP sucks at 147, but if you should not be using AP in this tank, like never. Very, very rare you should use AP. If you look at my ammo load out there, I've got 6 AP, 12 heat and 18 HE. So yeah, don't use the AP. So you also have 275 heat pen. Absolutely crazy. That's more than a lot of tier 8s. Absolutely insane. 94 on your HE as well. Of course, with the AP, you've got a 640 alpha, 545 on your heat, and a nice 960 on your HE. Aim time, of course, does suck at 4.6, and the dispersion, of course, does suck at 0.407. But even with the tank, you can still hit shots that you shouldn't be able to hit. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Some of the shots that you actually hit is absolutely crazy. If you can get a juicy HE shot on these tier 10s, you will deal a lot of damage. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun tank to play. If you double up smashers, if you can double up, play 2 of them in a platoon, then of course it is a lot more fun to play. Of course, again, if you do come up against tier 8s, there's a lot less juicy targets, so you may have to use the heat more than you want to. If you come up against tier 6s, then there's a lot of tanks that you'll be able to HE, and a lot of tanks that you'd be able to just to one shot and wipe them from the game, literally. So yeah, it's always been a fun tank to play. It is a hard tank. I mean, it's a difficult tank to it is still a difficult tank to play. People will focus you. People will focus you because you're in a Smasher. But with the heat pen, you literally, apart from that shot against the WZ-120, which is a troll tank, and I managed to shoot the track, you should be able to pen anything that comes your way. And if you can't penetrate them, no problem. Just switch to the HE and at least do some splash damage. So you see that juicy shot there into the Borzik, and now a Lorraine 40T is coming around. Now, if I can get the side of this Lorraine, I am gonna be able to do a nice juicy amount. And as you can see, if I can get a nice HG shot here into the Lorraine, I don't even care if I die. And that is a 963 shot. And I don't know why he's not focusing me in a minute. He must have reloaded around about now, but he decides to run away. He could have cleared me, but he's just left me alive to be able to do more damage. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to get rid of a Smasher, do it. Just get rid of a Smasher. You have to, because it's a dangerous target. It really is a dangerous target, and the quicker you get rid of a Smasher, the better. But as I've said, there are almost equally as strong tier 7 tanks in the game. Like I said, a T29, I absolutely love a T29. It's so underrated. It really is underrated. And it's a tech tree tank as well, so anyone is able to play the T29. But not a lot of people talk about the T29, but that is a very, very strong tank as well. But you know, I couldn't put it above a Smasher, because we've always talked about the Smasher being broken, being insane. It doesn't fit in the game. It needs to be nerfed, especially this coming to the game around the same time as the KV2 was nerfed. So they nerfed the KV2 and then they bring the Smasher, and it's just like, logic, why? This, if anything, should be the exact same as a KV2, of course with a little bit more pen, but a tier higher. That is what this tank should be. But no, Wargaming decided to give it 275 heat pen. So yeah, you're not going to be able to pen in your AP. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But using your heat, you will literally almost penetrate any, or you will be able to penetrate anything that comes in front of you. Whether that will be a KV5, a T32, you know, anything with an amazing armor profile, you will still be able to get through with the heat. And again, if you can't, if there is some reason that you can't get through it, just like here, then just splash it with HE. Now, this game here, I mean, yeah, we're getting wrecked. We're getting absolutely wrecked. But I wanted to show it because even though I'm a one-shot with a minute gone, what I wanted to do is where I said, if you can get rid of a Smasher, then get rid of it. So I'm a one-shot, but the thing is, I am still alive, which means my big gun is still aiming at the enemy team. So even this guy, E75, no worries. Just switch to the heat, or E75 TS, no worries, switch to the heat and you will be able to penetrate that. Of course, with AP, there is no hope you're penetrating this E75 TS. So let's have another go. Can we get the turret? Not quite, but it was worth a go. So you need to get rid of these guys. You have to get rid of the Smashers. There is also, you've got the Annihilator, which a lot of people do actually prefer the Annihilator over the Smasher, but I still prefer the Smasher. The Smasher is the one I enjoy. I love the Smasher. I do love playing the Smasher, especially in a platoon, on a stream. It's fun. It is fun. It's like a tier 7 Death Star in a way. So we're just going to clear that cheesy, and as I said, we're still alive. We're not going to push forward because we lost all them hit points. We have had to be a little bit more passive. You know, we have to play a little bit more at the back. We haven't moved really since losing all our hit points, but what we have managed to do is 1500 damage at the moment, and there is still 4 tanks left alive. However, we are losing on supremacy points, so we do have to start clearing these tanks. Bye bye Comet. As soon as he's spotted, gone. And that is now 2000 damage that I've done, all whilst being a one-shot. So of course we're going to back up from the IS-5. We haven't reloaded. Now I'm thinking, do I just poke out? He is now 94 hit points, so we're just going to go forward and we are just going to get the splash damage. So again, if there is tanks that are lower than say 200 hit points, maybe 100, then just splash them with HE and you will be able to clear. So we're still losing on supremacy points here, 930 supremacy points, but we do have two caps, and both of these tanks are now a one-shot. So I'm just going to wait. I can't get the shot on the Borzik, unfortunately, but we're just going to wait and be patient. And we are now capping base C. So I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful blind shot there. The blind shot king is back in business, and we do get a nice blind shot. And then there's just one tank left alive. We're on 2000 damage, and we've managed to get 4 kills so far, and we've done all this whilst being a one-shot for the entire game, and we are going to get that kill there. So 5 kills, 2000 damage. Not the best damage, of course, but I wanted to show that that battle, because even though it was a one-shot, we was also still be able to be a pain to the enemy team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the strongest tier 7 tank is in World of Tanks Blitz? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With